The Eucharist is
powerful,
glorious,
divine,
amazing.
transformative.
We are people of the Eucharist.
For thousands of years, men and women of every age, race, and culture have sought to understand the meaning of life. The people of our time are no different. Throughout history, scientists and philosophers, theologians and artists, politicians and social activists, monks and sages, and men and women from all walks of life have discussed and debated many questions in the quest to discover the meaning of life. And while their discussions have been many and varied, all of humanity searching for answers can be arranged under 5 questions. These are the 5 questions that humanity has been asking consciously and subconsciously since the beginning of human history. Although we may be unable to articulate them, you and I are constantly asking these questions in our daily lives. Whether we are aware of it or not, our whole existence is a searching to answer these 5 questions. We seek the answer to these questions directly and indirectly every day. And how we answer these questions determines the shape, form, and direction that our lives take. These are the 5 questions every human heart longs to answer. Number 1, who am I? 2, where did I come from? 3, what am I here for? 4, how do I do it? And number 5, where am I going? Our journey together will answer these questions. It will be a journey from confusion to clarity, a journey from chaos to order. Over the next 33 days, you will get clear about what matters most and what doesn't matter much at all. This clarity will be liberating and invigorating. The wisdom of the young and innocent is unmatched. When my son Ralph was 5 years old, he came into my study one night to say goodnight. I gave him a huge hug and a kiss and said, "You are delicious, Ralphie. I love you for 2 forevers." "No, Daddy," he replied. "What do you mean?" I inquired. "There is only one forever, Daddy," he said with great confidence and conviction. "Really?" I questioned again. "Yes," he replied. "This life is not forever. We are only passing through this world. The only forever is in heaven with God." Now let's take a moment and sit with that. This is coming from a 5-year-old. This life is not forever. We're just passing through this world. It's powerful. It's powerful, isn't it? And it is a great place to begin our 33-day journey together. The truth. We are all just passing through this world. We're pilgrims. Life is a pilgrimage. It is a sacred journey toward a specific destination. But we forget this sometimes, or have never been taught it, or we get distracted and fall into thinking we're tourists. But we aren't. We are pilgrims. For thousands of years, men and women of all faiths have been making pilgrimages. These sacred journeys are powerful experiences that people make in search of God, His will, and His favor. Most of all, these sacred journeys remind us that life itself is a pilgrimage and that we are just passing through this place we call Earth. Over the past 30 years, I have been exceedingly fortunate to have had the opportunity to visit many sacred sites. I visited Fatima and Rome and Assisi, the Holy Land, walked the Camino. On these sacred journeys, traveling with pilgrims from all walks of life, I have witnessed thousands of people have life-altering experiences, and I have been personally transformed. I have also made pilgrimages to my local parish from my home, a journey of less than 2 miles. I have made pilgrimages to the cathedrals and basilicas of countless cities around the world from my hotel room. A pilgrimage doesn't need to be an international adventure. And while I hope someday you can join my colleagues at Dynamic Catholic on one of our extraordinary pilgrimages, it is crucial that we understand that this 33-day journey we are embarking on together can be an equally powerful pilgrimage experience. When I do travel on pilgrimages with groups, I always gather the pilgrims together on that first night after a long day of travel to focus their hearts on two thoughts as our journey begins. This is the first. Life is a pilgrimage, but sometimes we need a pilgrimage to rediscover life. Sacred journeys focus our hearts, minds, bodies, and souls on what matters most. This journey from confusion to clarity allows us to live more fully than ever before with passion and purpose. This is the second. Are you going to be a pilgrim or a tourist? Tomorrow we will explore the difference between pilgrims and tourists. Today, let us be mindful that we are setting off on a journey together, a journey to the Holy of Holies, to the soul of Christ, to Eucharistic glory. Just as the Jewish people ate manna from heaven during their 40 years of wandering in the desert before entering the promised land, we too eat manna from heaven during our wanderings on this earth before entering the ultimate promised land in the next life. The Eucharist is this manna from heaven. The Eucharist is nourishment for the soul, spiritual food for the journey that connects us to heaven. Each time we receive Jesus in the Eucharist, body, blood, soul, and divinity, we touch heaven. It is this Eucharistic glory that gives us the patience and courage we need for the sacred pilgrimage we call life. Trust, surrender, believe, receive. Become a member of the International Society of the Eucharist today, and we will send you a $300 voucher off your next pilgrimage, along with a free copy of 33 Days to Eucharistic Glory, a copy of the children's edition, and a copy of the limited edition journal, which includes an amazing Holy Week retreat. Click here below to join today. And remember, have an amazing day. Be bold, be Catholic. We are people of the Eucharist.
Jesus, I believe that you are truly present
in the most holy sacrament
of the Eucharist.
every day. I long for more of you.
I love you above all things,
and I desire to receive you into my soul.
Since I cannot receive you sacramentally,
at this moment,
I invite you to come and dwell in my heart.
may the spiritual communion increase my desire for the Eucharist.
you are the healer of my soul.
Take the blindness from my eyes,
The deafness from my ears,
the darkness from my mind,
And the hardness from my heart.
fill me with the grace, wisdom, and courage.
to do your will,
in all things.
My Lord and my God.
Draw me close to you.
nearer than ever before.
Amen.
Consecrate America.
To the Eucharist.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Come on.
Have a great day.
Hey Isabel, one simple way to be mindful of God's presence in the world is to know where the nearest tabernacle is. So while we've got a couple of minutes, I thought we might work on your geography a little.
Sounds good, Dad. You're always coming up with something.
If I was at latitude of 39.96 and longitude of negative 75.15, where would I find the nearest tabernacle?
St. Augustine, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.